You're in the right place at the right time. Tonight we are here with my good friend Lola Macucci. And that's right, y'all. Oh,
What's up, man?
wait a minute. I turned the sound off. I must have turned the sound off. Let me see. I gotta have some noise now.
Woo woo!
Oh, wait a minute. I want that. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. 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 So she's gonna tell us about her awesome mantra doll line tonight. Lola, how are you doing tonight?
I am fantastic, Minister Johnson. How you doing tonight?
Listen, if I was any better, I couldn't stand it. You know, that's
if
the
I was
kind
any better, I'd be a twin. Hey.
Hey, so you can enjoy it twice as much.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, hey, we're going to pump this promo and we're going to be right back with Lola Mantra Doll Macucci. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Going on.
What's going on, Lola? How you doing tonight?
You know I am hanging.
You hanging, huh?
I'm hanging here. I'm hanging in my Zen den, chilling out.
You're in your Zen den.
That's right.
That's where there's nothing but peace and happiness, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything is calm, peaceful, no worries, no
worries. It's like a don't worry about a thing.
Right.
Yeah, every little thing is gonna be all right. Hey.
Hey. Hey, Tony. That's what that sounds like every time we text.
That's right. That's right. Listen.
Tony.
That's right. You know, it's awesome to have you on the show tonight. I really appreciate you coming. We
I am blessed to be here. Thank you for having me. I am so grateful to be here.
Oh, awesome.
Inspiration for me to be here.
Oh, thank you. I tell you, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. You might want to get closer to the camera because you're a little far away.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, a little far away. Yeah, I want them to see you. Definitely.
Okay, I'm right here.
Definitely. All right, Lola. That's good. That's good. So Lola, let me ask you. You're a native New Yorker.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about growing up in New York.
Well, growing up in New York was my mother sending me to my aunt's house because I asked to hang out with my friends, and she told me I don't need friends because I have family. Where I sat there and watched Cartoon Network at my aunt's house because she was the only one in the family that had Cartoon Network. The only one, because she lived in New York and they were the only cable company that had it, right? So then I wasn't allowed out of the house because they had these sliding diamond-shaped gates across their window. that they would lock with a padlock because they were ground level in case somebody tried to get in. Yeah.
So you were on lockdown.
Oh
Straight
yeah,
up.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
So tell me
No, I
now.
had friends. I'm lying. No, I did have friends. I had like 3.
You had 3 friends. You had okay, cool.
Yeah, I had really good ones.
All right, cool. Because I was gonna be like, I was gonna be so sad for you. I was like, for a second, I was gonna be so sad for you. But hey, you had 3 friends, so that's good.
No, and in high school, I had friends. I had friends in high school. I did.
Okay, cool. That dynamic personality, I know you had a lot of friends.
So if you ask any one of my friends growing up in high school, they would tell you I was always on punishment. I was always grounded.
You were always grounded. Because what did you do? Did you go from the home run when they gave you a little bit? Always trying to steal bases, huh?
Yeah, because I'm my mother's daughter. That's why. Absolutely.
So tell me, who is Lola Jane Macucci?
Lola Jane Macucci. She is an entertainer. She is exciting. She is high energy.
High energy.
High energy.
High energy.
All the time. All go, no quit.
All go, no quit. Is she the same lady that makes the mantra dolls?
Yes.
She's the same. They're one and the same.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Okay.
Lola prays. Lola is blessed. Lola is so grateful. Lola is every day waking up is a blessing.
So is it true? So is it true? Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay.
That's the motto of my life.
That's the motto of your life.
If I want it, I vision it, and I don't stop seeing it until I get it.
All right. So it's like, don't stop, get it.
That's right. That's it.
Absolutely. That's it. All right.
I'm gonna start twerking on the camera. Like we in a Puff Daddy video.
So now I loved your sneaker story that you told me when you asked your mom for a pair of tennis shoes. Would you share that with our viewers?
Yeah, growing up with a Sicilian mom. Yeah. If I was his son, I would have got those sneakers. But because I'm her daughter, I had to work for them. I'm telling you right now. Look. So I go, it wasn't my birthday or like Christmas, So I'm like, whatever. Mom, I saw these sneakers I really like. Can we get them? She's like, yeah, sure. We'll go on Saturday. We'll go to the diner. We'll go shopping. It'll be a great day. And I'm like, all week. Yeah. I'm my best behavior. She took me to the diner and the owner, he comes out of the kitchen and he's like, so I'll see you next Saturday. And I'm like, I thought we were getting breakfast next Saturday again. I'm like, yeah, this is the best time of my life. I got a job.
She took you to get a job.
Yeah. And she dropped me off next Saturday. She woke me up and dropped me off. And I'm standing in the front of the door and I'm like, I guess I got to walk in there.
And that's how you got your sneakers. You had to work for them.
Yeah, I was bussing tables and doing dishes.
How old were you?
16.
16. So,
yeah.
So how did that experience shape your work ethic?
Well, it got to the point where I was like, I loved it. I pursued a culinary career. I mean, it was great. Yeah.
But your mom pulled a whammy on you with that one. That was a funny story to me. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, sure, absolutely. Anything you want. Anything you want. Yeah, the world is yours. Here.
Did you have a nickname when you were growing up?
No, everyone just called me my normal name.
No nicknames. Okay.
No, nothing. It was just real regular.
Okay. All right.
Really
Okay.
popular or anything.
All right. Um, what got you interested into mantra, and what birthed your mantra doll line?
Well, the mantra is something that in what it is exactly is it's yours. It's a saying. You say it. It's a mantra. It's a phrase, a single phrase that will enlighten, motivate, affirm, heighten the way you view your day. And it's daily or momentarily, whatever, however it's supposed to get you through your life. Like, example, I made a mantra doll for passion, right? And I used colors and gemstones and all these things that represent passion. And then you write a very fun and sassy, passionate phrase that will, in your mind and in your heart and in your soul, allow you to believe that this is what you're going to put out so you can receive it back into the universe, into that energy realm, to receive that back. And it's a visual, tangible keepsake that awakens your sensory. It's visual, it smells, it's, you can feel it, you can hear it. I mean, it's all around you. It's an amazing product. And it just happened very naturally because I was making one for myself.
And you thought
In the pit of despair, making one for myself.
in the pit of despair, in the pit of despair. Wow. Wow. What's the saying? Out of tragedy, or out of, yeah, it's usually born. Greatness usually rises out of the ashes.
Yeah,
Something like that.
absolutely.
Yeah, greatness usually rises out of ashes, and so you were in a pit of despair, and you decided to make yourself a mantra doll.
Yeah, and so I was with my one girlfriend who I always craft and pray with, and we do all types of altar sessions together. Um, we've just pulled out these random pair of old nasty suede gloves that were in the bottom of our craft box together because we both had this like random craft box that we would just share and pull everything out. And she was making, she was painting and I was making these, right? And yeah, it was just like these old suede gloves. I removed the lining, and it was just, it wasn't even something that I went to the material store and bought a panel and got really crazy with it. It was just, that's what it was. I
That's
have it,
cool.
actually have it hanging on my wall right here.
The first one. Cool.
Give me 1 second.
Take your time. Take your time.
So here it is.
Cool. Cool. I'm gonna drop off the screen for a second and let you just come up.
So this is the suede glove mantra doll. The hair is hot glued on. It is, still smells like wintergreen. How, I have no idea. This thing is 3 years old. Um, it has a bloodstone in the heart, and I actually put 2 pearls in there for breast. It's crazy. It's beautiful, and this is my mantra, my Lola mantra.
Okay. Cool. Cool. That's your Lola mantra. Okay.
That's my Lola mantra.
All right. Right. And so, Lola, what
No,
with
in all my other mantras, I sew the hair on. I do sew everything on. Everything is hand stitched. That's the only one that was hot glued because I couldn't get the needle through because it's a dual layer of suede in the head to keep it straight up. So I couldn't get the needle through, so I had to hot glue it.
Had to
But
hot glue it on.
yeah. But I don't even understand how it still smells. It's so crazy. And that's something that I highlight about intentions when you're so I'll make like an infused oil and I'll put it in a tea light burner while I'm sewing and I dip my needle in it. And as I'm sewing, I sew it in this infused oil so the dolls always smell really good. And it's part of the intention and it's part of the um, energy that you put into this doll that I put into this doll when I'm piecing them together. And that one still smells. It's 3 years later. It's like it's wild to me. And when you put that type of intention into your manifestation and into your meditations and into yourself, I mean, it does amazing things to your world.
And so it's like the doll was actually bringing what it was actually the realization of what happened. You could remember, you look at that doll and it's like the measuring stick of
Yes.
where you were and now where you are.
Yeah, and it measures a time frame. It measures a feeling and it smells and it's like, you know, it's that in your face visual and it's something to believe in that's greater than yourself. And there's so many people that are like, "Oh, I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in God. It's organized and blah 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 and all this other stuff." I mean, in reality, I mean, I think spirituality and whatever whoever you pray to, whether it's Jesus Christ or you're praying to a deity, I mean, I think it's something that you're believing in that's greater to yourself, and people don't understand that. Yes, it's all about you, but it's not about you at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have to put that out there in order to receive it.
So it's kind of like a boomerang.
Absolutely,
Yeah, like a reciprocal.
absolutely,
Yeah. In the
absolutely.
yeah, in the Christian church that I come out of, we would say you reap what you sow, but I
Yeah,
guess more or less you'd be like karma, but you do have your roots in Catholicism also.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, my confirmation name is Agatha.
Agatha. Okay. Somehow you just don't look like an Agatha to me, you know? I
Agatha.
you know,
That was my confirmation name.
yeah, if I had to envision Agatha, I just wouldn't see you as an
Well, the
Agatha,
best part was my grandmother's face when I told her, because she
Oh,
had
really?
no idea where it even came from. She thought I was gonna pick a family member, because that's what everybody else did.
Also, I didn't know how this works. You pick your own confirmation name?
So like
So
usually you either pick a saint or they pick a family member.
right.
Yeah, somebody you idolize, a saint that you would idolize, or
Right.
mm.
Yeah, and so you actually pick so it was you that actually picked Agatha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool. Cool. That's all right. Okay. Cool. And so when you do supply the dolls, do you supply the mantra also, or is it left up to the person?
No, I supply the whole so it comes with an anointed candle, comes with a coal, an incense blend, and everything is strictly relative to the mantra. The down to the color choice of the candle. I mean, everything, the oil blend, everything is specific to the mantra. And I give a handwritten letter. I handwrite all my letters and all my mantras. I do not type them. It's very personal and it is all inclusive in a little it comes in a little box.
Okay. All right.
So it's very nice.
Okay.
Comes tucked away like this and you pull it out and everything's included.
So everything comes in the box.
Hmm. Yeah, when I first started, I was putting them in Ziploc bags.
But you decided to go ahead and kick it up a notch,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it took a while for me to decide what I actually wanted,
Yeah,
how I wanted to package them, but
yeah,
I figured it out.
yeah. You decide stop with the Ziploc bags.
That
Okay.
wasn't really tasteful. But, uh, it all works out. I mean, we
Yes,
and you know, and one of the nice things about that is seeing the growth. I mean, like it's just a beautiful thing, and I don't know. I just wish people sometimes would see their own growth daily. Focus on that, you know. Like it's like some people say count your blessings every day instead of your problems. I mean,
right.
very true. Very true. If that's what you're only the only thing you're seeing in your world, I mean, it's going to be negative. But
You
if you
got.
don't allow that, even like the smallest things, I mean, the smallest things, you know,
You can see God in nature. You can.
absolutely.
Yeah, and
Now in the religion that I practice, it's called Wicca or Wiccan. I mean, it's very elemental, and it's something that focuses on, the earth, the air, the water, the fire, your spirit, deities, and I mean, it's very beautiful actually, and um, it's something that I never saw in myself until it just naturally happened. I mean, it naturally just happened. And then I started buying reading material and educating myself, and it's something that I love. It's changed my whole outlook and belief in spirituality and the universe and universal energy and God itself and having that higher power and being blessed and grateful for every little thing that happens in my world. I mean, it's insane. It's insane what happens when you put your faith and trust in God and in that universal energy and in that higher power and in that universe and respect. I mean, there was this exercise that I did first learning, basic steps into practicing Wiccan. And I remember one of the first exercises was go outside in your barefoot right outside of your house and focus on what you feel underneath your feet. Like that was the only thing that it said. Let's stand out there for a half hour and come back inside and write down immediately what you felt, what you saw, but focus on what you're feeling underneath your feet. And it was a grounding exercise to just realize where you are in that present time at that moment. So I mean, it's a very beautiful religion,
okay.
and it incorporates daily life activity spiritually in a way that I didn't even know existed in daily routine that is very understandable, and I was extremely receptive to the information that I was learning. Yeah, it was very nice. It is
Okay.
really nice. Yeah.
Okay. Where can customers order their custom made mantra dolls?
I'm on Instagram. It's called Mantra Doll, mantra_doll, and that's it. Just private message me.
Okay. Just private message you on Instagram,
Yeah,
mantra
and
underscore doll.
we'll do a consultation and see what it is that you want to affirm in your life.
And so that's it right there. Mantra underscore doll.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Okay, I should have put Instagram. Yeah, let me put that in
Yeah, and
there.
then just private message me.
Okay, let's see if we got it right this time.
Oh, yeah.
Mantra underscore doll on Instagram, and
That's
you
it.
can get your own mantra doll from the Lola mantra doll Macucci. Lola, let me ask you, tell me the importance of positive vibes in relation to our days.
Oh, I mean, that let's go back to, counting your blessings instead of your problems, right? You wake up and it's like, yeah, my body hurts. I'm tired. I've been working all day. I've been working all week. People who are raising children, they have very busy lives. I mean, it's just 24 hours, 7 days a week. And it's like you get so caught up in that routine. I mean, and I get caught up myself. I mean, there's times where I have to take a step back and like look at my accomplishments and really put it into perspective, like what I've been achieving and why I've been working so hard. And I mean, just focusing on that alone, and telling myself every day there's nothing that's going to stop me from achieving what I want to achieve today. Like nothing. You know what I mean? And you know, what were we talking about earlier? You're stronger
Oh,
than what you face.
right, right, right,
Right.
right. You're stronger than what you face.
Right. Yeah, and if you just I feel like, I've experienced some really crazy things in my life, and I live a very free and exciting life. I talk to strangers. Not everybody does. I don't really recommend it for everyone. However, I do. And needless to say, my life can become very exciting. Anyway, you are definitely stronger than what you face. And I know sometimes momentarily you feel like you're never going to get out of it, or you get consumed in that feeling of like, I can't get past this, or I can't get over this, or I'm heartbroken, or I can't afford this, or I don't have enough time, or whatever it is. I mean, if you can just not I mean, it's so hard. I mean, it's hard, but focusing on the positive things in your life daily and momentarily, I mean, in that moment, like, try to think of the best thing that makes you happy, whether it's your children or a goal if you're single, you're goal oriented, keep thinking about that one thing. Even if it's just one thing, just keep that right there.
You make that one thing. Put it right there.
Yeah. Write it on your hand if you have to. Take up Sharpie and write it right on your finger. I mean, absolutely. I'm a visual person. I'm a list person. I need to see it. I make visual boards for my goals because I have to see it. Like I have to look at colorful things. I mean, some people don't like things very I mean, I have to see, I have to see it. I have to make it happen and I have to see it in order to make it happen.
You have to see it. Okay. And I'm the same kind of way. I'm a colorful. I like colors, and I'm a visual person. I do have to see it.
Yeah, and I think, to keep that positive, from a mind, sometimes you have to do things that you can see,
Mhm.
Write it on your finger. Write it.
I,
Yeah, you split it off, but write it on your finger.
right on your finger. Tie a
Just
string around your finger. Whatever it takes. Put it
wow,
right there.
yeah, but yeah, right there. I mean, try to keep that, and if you can just kind, do the best you can to have that positive, that even if it's that one thing, I mean, it changes your whole attitude. I mean, attitude is everything. Attitude is everything in your work environment. Attitude is everything in your home environment. Attitude is everything in your family. I mean, If you walk around with poop face, you're gonna get treated like poop face. I mean, if that's your attitude, if that's, and then that's what I was saying, what you put out, what you're putting out. You know, if that's the energy that you're putting out, that's what's gonna come. That's what's going to attract itself to you.
So it's the importance of the expectations that you have already.
Yeah, and how you're perceived. You know, if you're perceived as a happy person and you love life and you're not disrespectful, I mean, people are gonna, I'm not saying there's not bad people in the world. I mean,
Right. But you talk strangers. Stranger danger.
exactly. No. Mine is that. Mine is stranger danger. Don't walk down dark alleys and talk. Don't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Only on Friday nights after midnight.
All right. Only
No,
Friday nights after midnight. Okay.
No, but I mean, if you, if treat people kindly and respect people and give that to them, and you put that happy energy out. I mean, even on my worst days and I'm at work, I try to be as happy as possible because it's contagious.
It's contagious. It's like
Contagious. A smile is so contagious.
It's contagious. Like you could pass it, like breakdown.
Yeah, you can throw the ball. Yeah, like here, hot potato, catch it.
Got it. Got it. Absolutely.
Smile a hot potato. Absolutely.
So Lola, what are the benefits of meditation? How has it changed your life?
Breathing control. First and foremost, breathing control. I am typically a very hyper and crazy person, and sometimes I forget to breathe. I absolutely forget to breathe. I am guilty of it, and I know other people are. And learning exercises on, like, some take 5 short breaths, some take 3 long breaths, some are intermittent in vocal in intonations and things like that. I mean, it has helped me be comfortable speaking out loud in my own house by myself, which is very awkward your first time.
Oh, what I said. Tell you again. I'm not gonna tell you again. You heard me the first time. I'm trying to get used to it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, my first time, like, talking out loud, saying a prayer out loud to myself, like one of my own mantras, or just, like, a new prayer that I learned or whatever. I mean, saying it out loud. Okay. Saying it out loud.
Okay, saying it out loud, just out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget about in the manner that you think about it in your head. Like, in your head, it sounds really good.
Right. It's good in your head. It's all put together. Yeah. It's like
butter on a hot piece of toast, right?
It's like the picture behind me, right? Like, take out your English notebook. It's like that picture. On point.
Do I have to put you in the corner?
No, I don't want to go in the corner. I'm gonna tell you that's kind of traumatic because any of my friends that's watching know that I spent a lot of time in the corner in grade school. I did. God knows. I used to come to class sometimes and go sit in the corner. I forgot where my desk was. So I was so used to going to the corner. I talked a lot.
I can concentrate over here.
I talked a lot. I go to the corner, but so don't put me in the corner. Okay. Thank you. I have a friend. Her name is Laura, and I said it like I only had one, right? I have a friend, but Laura's a friend of mine, and sometimes she'll just come on the show and she'll just say, "All right, pull it back in now, pull it back in." Too far out there.
Oh yeah, I go off on like several tangents. There'll be like 8 of them in my conversation, and then I go like in between them all. Like, yeah, it gets hectic.
So can I ask you a question that's just off the wall? has nothing to do with this. Just one. I
Yeah.
always put one question in there. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
I mean,
I'm just joking. That's you don't have to answer that. That's just I found a gag question. I put them in every show.
I
There's
mean,
no answer for
you
that.
I
If
mean,
you tell me the answer to that, I'm gonna be scared and I'm
I
gonna
mean,
start talking to this person behind
I
me.
would think that's like chasing around a bunch of roaches in your Brooklyn apartment.
Roaches with Adidas on. New York roaches, they're cool, right? I'm like, yo, man, put that
I think
raid up, man.
those
Yo, what's
guys
up?
here, they got wings. I don't know. I wasn't ready for that.
Let me tell you, one night I was driving and I had some people in the car with me, and I had the windows down. It was a real nice night. We were in North Carolina, and something was on my head. And you know how sometimes something will crawl on your head. I felt it fly in through the window, and it landed on my head. And so, I'm a guy, so I'm like Rambo. Guys, we tough. So
So you
I
wanna
reached up
sit
there,
down, okay.
and I felt what was a big roach, flew in the car, and all my inner little girl came out because I didn't mean to, but it was already out in the atmosphere. It came out quick, because I was snatching, trying to get up my hair. I
I
already
was too.
listen. This hand was off the steering wheel already, and I was ready to take this hand off the steering wheel too, hit with both hands, get that thing off me, because I'm a germaphobe too, because I had to
Yeah,
go home and
yeah, you
wash
did
my
say that.
I had to go wash my hair like about 60 times that night. But anyway,
I would.
so that was my roach story. Yeah, and somebody's gonna say it was probably already in the car. Nah, it flew out. It flew in through the window.
Yeah,
You didn't have
so
any
they
roaches in the
do.
car, but you made me laugh. You made me think about that when you said the Brooklyn roaches. So
Yeah, then there's those Manhattan rats. You gotta watch out. They're the size of raccoons.
a Manhattan rat is the size of a raccoon.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I was born in Manhattan at Sloan Kettering Hospital. I was born in so Manhattan rats are bad because you're a Manhattanite also.
Yeah, I went to
Yeah.
college in Manhattan,
You went to
absolutely.
college in Manhattan, my home girl. Yeah. Yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. New York.
You know what's funny? You say what's up. I was just talking about that to this DJ friend of mine.
Yeah.
His name is Dwayne. And we were talking about New York girls because he's from Philly. And
Right.
we were like, yo, Brooklyn girls always be like, what's up? And you said it without even thinking about it. You're just
They
like,
check
what's up?
you. They're
That's it.
cool.
What's
They're
up?
cool. They check you. I tried to bring the South Carolina Stilo up to New York in the summertime, and I was like, hi, hi, my name's Cornell, float on. I like taking long walks on the beach, float on, and they're like, what's up? All the music, just shut the music down, no rap. Yo, what's up? They cooler than me, so yeah.
Yeah. They're like
Yeah.
yelling at people.
I know, and then I don't want
Well,
to make
that's
that.
how my family talks to each other. We yell at each other. I mean, that's
Yeah,
how we talk.
that's how you guys talk. You communicate like that.
Yeah.
Italian, you yell,
Yeah.
and you talk with your hands too.
Oh yeah. My aunt
Yeah.
slaps everyone.
Yeah.
She talks
You,
loudly with her hands.
you got the slapping and
Yeah. You know
so
what she says? She'll slap you and she say, that's for what I know and that's for what I don't know. Just point at you and look at you.
we hadn't got to the slap yet. Now we do have the loud people in our family now, but we hadn't got to the slap yet. But yeah, I'll let you keep the slapping ant. Yeah, I'll let you keep the slapping ant. Definitely.
There's this woman I work with. She's Italian and Greek, and she's like yelling through the kitchen. Everybody, watch out! I got a knife in my hand. I'm like, I don't know what it is with Italian women. They're always waving around knives, and she was like, I don't know how you grew up, but that's how it was in my house. I was like, yeah, knives, wooden spoons, sponges, whatever they got their hands on. Crazy. That's somebody talking with the knife, like while they're cooking. Now you know Joey. all got doughy. And she's over here chopping up some vegetables or something, and she's talking to you like this with the
got the
knife.
knife all out there.
Yeah, then there's like pieces of vegetables flying. Yeah.
Oh, now let me pull it back in.
Yeah, we went off on our tangent again.
We did. We did. All right, let me pull it back in. What is the powerful mindset mantra?
The powerful mindset, that's putting, that energy into your mantra. That powerful mindset, that energy, when you light that candle in that package, or when you light those herbs and you smell it and you feel it and you're feeling the vibration of those crystals, and you have that mantra in your hand and it smells so good. You want to put all that good energy and all that intention that you have into that mantra that you are focusing on, because that is the only focus that should be in your brain. There should be nothing else on your mind other than that mantra when you light that candle. That's it.
Okay. All right. And so now we're at this.
Disappears for that moment in time.
It disappears for that moment in time.
Gone. Nothing else matters.
One moment in time.
That's it.
That's what Whitney Houston said. One moment in time.
You're right.
You remember that song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. One moment in time. Yeah. Plugging Whitney tonight.
I love Whitney.
I
had Whitney on cassette tape. Her
Listen,
first album.
Oh my God.
Her hair in that white dress.
Did you say you had a cassette tape?
Yeah.
See, you from my school. Because listen, that's what time it was, because it's like when you went to the store, you went to buy a new tape.
When it only had a fast forward button and you had to flip it over to rewind it.
I hated that. I hated that. You couldn't tell me I wasn't something when I got a cassette deck in my car. When I had a cassette deck in my car, and then all the tape said, and you trying to grab it out, and it was my Run DMC tape because I done played it so much, it's burned up,
It stretches.
Yeah, it stretches and everything, or the pop. Then I gotta do surgery on it that night. I gotta go take my Run DMC tape and cut a little piece out with the razor, and join it back together, and all of a sudden they'll be singing and they'll be on the next song. But that's okay. That's okay. I put my Run DMC
That's how
tape back
dubstep
together.
started.
Yeah, man, $10. We used to go get tapes. We used to go buy tapes.
Yeah.
Sure did. Now they're obsolete. Now they've got.
I got a tape deck in my car right now.
You got a tape deck in your car?
Uh-huh.
I bet you probably got. Really?
It does, and it works because I just started learning the harmonica.
Yeah.
I'm not like really good at it, but it's good for my breathing.
The tape deck is good for your breathing?
The harmonica.
Oh, okay. The harmonica is good for you.
Yeah, but it's the tape that came with the tape. So I listened to how to play the harmonica in my car because it came on a cassette. Because it was my grandfather's. So my grandmother sent it to me so I could learn how. But it came with a cassette tape. So the only place I could listen to this tape on how to play the harmonica is in my car.
So you're like at the stoplight. You're like, when you get to the stoplight. Hey, so when next time you come on the show,
wait, I got it right here. Hold on.
You got your harmonica right there?
It's not very good. I only tried one song.
Come on, we want to hear it. Can you play 99 Problems by Jay-Z?
I wish.
Oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
That's it.
You learned that from you. Lola, Montreal, Macucci, world-renowned harmonica player. Let's get encore.
That's it. That's all I got.
So how long have you been practicing?
I don't know, like 4 months, 5 months.
Man, you're pretty good for 5 months. In about a year, you're gonna be like a virtuoso. Then you won't come on my show because then you'll be like, then I'll call up and I'll try to get you. Then you'll be like, I'm sorry, Miss Macucci is she's booked up, sir. She's not gonna be able to come on your show. And I'm gonna say, listen, she was on my show about a year ago. And I want Miss Macucci.
You better get New York on there. You better.
That's right.
Do I have to tell you who I am?
That's right. I'll be like, you don't know who I am. That's right. You don't. This is Tone. You better. Tone. You better ask somebody.
To be like, you better get his ass on here right now.
That's right. If you don't know, you better ask somebody.
You better ask.
That's right. So now, you bust the harmonica for us. You got to bust it for one time after, before we leave, because I like that. That was real fresh. Yo, but you know what? I could see it though back in the old days. Like if we were standing out there, and I'm gonna tell you what would have happened, because we used to rap. So I can see it right now. You would have been playing that harmonica while we rapping. Somebody been doing that beatbox, and you've been like, burr, 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 burr. Oh yeah, definitely. You would have been playing that harmonica. That's right. Absolutely. Somebody been burr, 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 burr. I'm telling you, all day long. But learn 99 Problems. I'm telling you, you need to re-release 99 Problems on harmonica. I'm telling you, it's gonna go platinum. I told you that tonight.
I'll do my best. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna YouTube an instrumental.
99 Problems on harmonica. I'm telling you, it's gonna go platinum.
I'm gonna see if I can learn it. I will do my best.
That's right, Jay-Z.
And the next time we gotta get on your show, I'm gonna try it.
That's okay. Jay-Z someplace listening right now saying, you better not play my song. The 7-day mantra. The 7-day mantra.
Oh, yeah. Yep, right here. Consistency, creativity, self-care, peace, time management, kindness, and serenity, and a personal petition.
What can you tell us about the 7-day mantra?
Well, I feel like all of these things I need every single day in my life. Most importantly, time management. And I'm sure everyone else in their life who is like me double books themselves all the time. And you always have to cancel something. Or something always cancels on you. And I always double book because I'm rotten. Now, anyway, I mean, all in all, definitely consistency. Also, one of the major highlights in my life that I aim for every single day is I want to be consistent with everything that I do every day. And that is my number one goal every single day, is to be consistent. Because I am very much an artist. I mean, I am dual brain. I definitely need a list. I'm meticulous in things. However, I am still an artist, and consistency is something that I battle with. And, because I go off on my tangents and woo, here I go.
Look, Ma, no hands.
Yeah, and then I whoop.
You and I talked a little bit too about spinning wheels, and we talked about big task, and I think you were giving me a little insight on how to break down the big task. You and I were talking about that, not today, but we talked about that prior.
Oh yeah, the task at hand.
Right.
So like to tie that in with the 7-day mantra, it's one thing every day to focus on. So for today, the first day is consistency. Okay, how today am I going to apply consistency in everything that I do? Tomorrow's going to be creativity. How can I creatively handle every situation in my life today? How will I exercise my creativity? Will I do something that is physically creative, a coloring book? Can I do some sort of any type of creative activity that will allow you to use your hand and your brain simultaneously together and work it together to create something fun.
Gotta
Yeah.
work it.
And do it from start to finish. And if there are creative activities that can only take you 15 minutes, so you can complete something from A to Z and have something to show for yourself. And it's more or less doing something completely and seeing a finished product. And seeing that finished product produces happiness. It produces a feeling of achievement. It produces a sense of accomplishment, self-worth. There's a lot of things that come with that. And I think, day 3, self-care ties it in. Now you're taking care of yourself. So your first 2 days, you're like, okay, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be creative, and I'm going to take care of myself. And those first 2 things allow you to realize and recognize. After you do that creative activity, you're like, yes, I feel a sense of self-care. I am taking care of emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical needs that I didn't realize that I even needed. Because some people don't even realize they even need it. Like, until there came a point a time in my life where I was forced to take 8 months off of work, I never knew I had a hobby. I didn't even know I had hobbies because all I did was work. 3 and 4 jobs. I mean, burnt myself out, and I didn't even know I had interests. I didn't even know I had, I was able to paint and like little things like that. And I mean, it awakens parts of yourself that you didn't know existed. Now, day number 4, time management. Now you've achieved this. Now you can focus on something that's practical. Time management. Schedule out your day and try to stay consistent to that time schedule. Back to number 1. Then you're incorporating what you've already have embedded in your brain in your daily life. Kindness. Day number 5. Always try to be kind to yourself first and foremost. The 5 principles of Reiki, the last principle, it says, I will be compassionate with myself and with others. You need to be kind and love yourself and be kind to yourself first thing in the morning before you can ever be kind to anyone else. And that is something that I stress, and it's imperative. And you need to love yourself first. You need to treat yourself with compassion and kindness. And it took me a while to understand that. I went to see a trauma therapist, and she kept telling me repetitively, you need to be more compassionate with yourself. You need to be more compassionate with yourself. And I didn't understand it at first. And I'm like, I love myself, like, yeah, I do. And it's just like, until I actually felt it, the reason and the reasons why I needed to be more compassionate with myself and understood how to emotionally allow myself to feel that way. I mean, it was very hard, and I kind of felt like I was running in circles and pounding sand and getting nothing out of it. I mean, but kindness, you need to be kind to yourself. You need to wake up and say kind things to yourself and say it out loud. And that's that thing too. I'm talking out loud, saying it if you're by yourself or whatever, even if you're in front of your husband, say kind things to yourself out loud. Say it out loud so you can hear it. Don't just think it. It resonates totally different when you say it out loud.
So if I feel it, I should just go ahead and say, I look like Denzel. Just go ahead and say it. If I feel it.
Feel it. Feel that vibration in your chest. Feel it in your throat. Focus on what it feels like when you're saying these kind of things to yourself.
Yeah.
And then you will be surprised when you go into your work life and you walk into your office or you walk into your wherever you work, your workforce, you will see how you treat people and the way you say hello to people, even if it's just good morning, hello. You will see how it resonates to other people when you say that kind of thing to yourself in the morning, and then you go and say hello. that same tonation, that same tone, that same positive will come out in your hello. It's like it's crazy. Um, Day 6, serenity. To try to bring yourself in a serene place. You know, it's very hard for people with children and they're running around crazy and things like that to actually have a space of quiet time and things like that. But that comes with time management, communication. You know what I mean? If you need that 15 minutes of pure quiet time, you need to communicate with your spouse and say that. And you need to tell your spouse that when you need 15 minutes of quiet time, you need to say something. You know what I mean? Like, it's the only way that it's going to work. And you need everybody, I think, like, especially in relationships. I mean, me coming from a single person, I mean, I'm a very single person. Um, but I notice this a lot. You know, people don't take the time for themselves to be themselves in a relationship. They stress so much on the unity, and yes, that's important. The communication, that oneness between the two of you, absolutely. But you still need to be each other individually, and you need to take that time for that serene quiet place in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, in your body. You need to take that time to focus on that, and you need all day, like in that day, in that meditation, that is your petition. So, and then day 7 is whatever you want to manifest in your life at that time. You take that goal, that even if it's an item, it doesn't even matter what it is. It really doesn't matter. It's your petition. In Catholicism, usually people pray and they write down their petitions, and they do a 7-day novena, and they say that prayer to that saint, whether it's the Infant of Prague or Our Lady of Fatima. They say that prayer to that saint, and they say their petition for those 7 days. And it's very important. And I think a 7-day meditation that just allows you to incorporate everyday necessary emotions that you need to exercise. And
Cool.
it's changed my world. I mean, and we're all guilty of forgetting to keep our peace and things like that. I mean, we all face different situations, and anybody can say do your best to breathe and stay calm, and until you're facing it. And it comes with growth, and it comes with understanding, and it does come with experience. And when you do flip out in situations or you don't handle yourself the best, you know it's important to just not be sorry. Don't apologize to yourself for your reactions when people treat you wrong. Learn from your reaction. If it's wrong, well, you feel that it's wrong, learn from that reaction. I mean, I'm guilty of it. My reactions to certain things aren't very pleasant. And, I do my best to learn and not repeat those mistakes. But it's difficult, when you're dealing with people who aren't nice people. They sometimes people get the best of you, and it's important to
It-
reflect on that too. And sometimes with those 7-day meditations, it helps you reflect on those situations to achieve that self growth and that connection to your spirituality and your higher self.
Thank you. That you broke it down. You really broke it down for me. And you're right. When the rubber meets the road, it's always easier to be on the outside looking in and saying, "Hey, don't do it like that. Hey, don't do it like that." But we need to allow ourselves to get angry sometimes.
Yeah,
You know?
sometimes you need to
Yeah.
smash shit. You need to flip shit. And it's not always comfortable for you or for that person, and it's not always, pleasant experience. And I hope that, myself and anybody else included that allows themselves to react in abnormal fashions. Um you can still take the time to reflect on those situations and say, no, I'm not sorry for this reason. Okay. Next time when I'm aware, self-aware of situations, and maybe sometimes where you might be in a situation where you can potentially be manipulated, or anything like that, you try to recognize those same patterns and allow yourself to um, hopefully not make stress yourself out too much and react in ways that's going to harm yourself. And I have my best friend, and I remember one of the most valuable things my best friend ever told me when I was in a situation and I ended up like, hurting myself in a manner, in an emotional manner, and emotionally hurting other people and things like that. And he's like, you need to be mindful of your reactions because you don't want to hurt yourself or anybody else. And if you live your life by that, he's like, do not hurt yourself and do not, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, he's like, what you do with yourself and your life is your business, you know? And he's more or less my older brother. I mean, and at that time we were so young. He's been my friend for so long. I mean,
Right.
it was like my older brother just like, hey, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
something that he's one of the most inspirational people in my life, one of the most important people in my life. I mean, I will always carry that with me. And sometimes you don't think about those things when you're spazzing shit, and you're getting funky with it and you're getting crazy and you're getting rowdy. I mean, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, I mean, that's
Absolutely.
how it goes, you know?
Absolutely. Um, I saw where you were mentioning where it mentioned physical and emotional condition being controlled by our diet and our exercise routine. How do those two go hand? How do those four go hand in hand?
Give me 1 second, okay?
Sure. We're here with Lola Montreal Macucci. She's the maker of the mantra dolls. You can get her mantra dolls at mantra underscore doll on Instagram. That's mantra
Okay,
underscore
can you
doll
repeat that question again?
on Instagram. Absolutely. How is your physical and emotional condition controlled by your diet and exercise routine?
Oh, everything. Absolutely everything. You know, your diet, when you eat cookies and drink Coca-Cola every day of your life, you're going to have pimples, you're going to not be in shape, you're going to feel fatigued because you're not supplying your body with the essential nutrients that it needs to perform cognitively, physically, emotionally. It supports your happiness, it supports your mood. You know, when you're not physically active and working your body and peaking that heart rate and allowing your blood to flow, you're not supplying your body with, you're not charging your battery. That's charging your battery. Working out is charging your batteries. I mean, it clears your mind, it helps you think properly, it controls your breathing. When you're lifting weights, you have to breathe. When you're running, you have to breathe. Everything is breathing. I mean, it's imperative. It's imperative. I mean, we're all guilty of eating bad, but I think most importantly, being physically active, movement is your source of life. The minute you're stagnant and you're not moving and you're not thinking and you're not going, that halts everything. You're literally, it can make you stupid. It can make you physically sick. It can make you depressed. You know, exercise is so important. It's crucial in life. Even if you're walking from your house to the stop sign and back, That's it. You know, you're doing something. It all starts with it 2 steps, you know? Walk out your front door, take 2 steps out, and walk back in. The next day, take 3 steps out and walk back in. The next day, 4 steps out and walk back in. Baby steps. Sometimes you crawl before you walk. I mean, no one's expecting you to do a triathlon tomorrow. No one. And if you hire a trainer and that's what they expect out of you, it's the wrong trainer. I mean, yes, there's definitely tough love. By all means, that's important. But you want somebody that's going to emotionally and mentally support your physical habit and your abilities and understand what you're capable of at first. You know, not everybody has the same threshold, for sure. But definitely physical activity is so important. So important for your heart, for your blood, for your mind, everything. Everything.
Thank you, ma'am.
My boss came to me. They caught me doing push-ups in the middle of my shift because I took a 10-minute break. And I was real stressed out. And I went out to my car and I was like, I had to do some stretching for my leg. And I just started doing some push-ups because I was frustrated. I needed to release some energy. They caught me doing push-ups, and he's like, "I heard you're doing push-ups," and I was like, "Well, I had to get my mind right," and that's what it took for me to go back into my job with a good attitude, pumped out that energy, that bad energy, released it, said to myself, "I'm better than this." Did 5 push-ups. That's all I did. It wasn't like I did 100. Did 5. That
Did
was all I
fine.
could do. But I went back in there with a good attitude, and I made a ton of money because I had a good attitude. It changed the rest of my night. And that's all I did was 5 push-ups and a couple stretches. I took 10 minutes out of my day. I took my break, and that's what I did.
And if you had not done those push-ups, then you would still had that same bad
I
energy.
would have been pissed off the rest of the day. I'd have been really mad. I would have been really frustrated. I would have made no money. I would have had a bad attitude. Like I said, attitude is everything, and sometimes that really helps your attitude. Because you get your heart pumping, you start breathing, pump up your energy a little bit, you're charging that battery. People who are like me that work double shifts, sometimes in the middle of your swing shift, you get that little break, do a couple push-ups, do a jumping jack, do something, do a squat, do a stretch, do something that's going to physically activate your body. And what that does, it gives you a sensory, you're feeling your feet, you're feeling your legs, you're feeling your arms, you're feeling yourself move. You're not just doing that repetitive muscle memory job. You know what I mean? You're not doing your rinse and repeat where you're not thinking about it. You're not aware of your body feeling. You're not even aware of yourself and your physical presence on the ground. And if you got 20 minutes to do a little quick workout, I mean, nothing major in the middle of your double shift, if you can take that 15 minutes, I mean, it will change your whole evening, because you'll feel better, you'll release. Once you reach that calm down after those little workouts, you do that cool down. Right after that cool down, it will release. You will physically feel it release, that tension. It's impressive. It's really impressive.
Thank you, Lola. Thank you so much for that. Lola, how can we divorce ourselves from bad situations and then turn around, eulogize, and bury those bad situations?
Oh, you talking about that exercise that I do
Yeah.
with the thread? Oh, yeah. We all go through bad breakups, bad job endings, We lose loved ones. We have emotional hangups, barriers. You know, say it's not even something to let go, like a love that you lost. Say it's a barrier that you're not allowing to let love into you, or to allow that into your world, and you need to break free of that barrier, your cuffs. Um, See, I actually just found it today. I did a little meditation, so releasing myself cuffs, the cuffs that I. Now I don't even know really what this says, so this is off, off the cuff.
Okay.
March 10th, 2019. Freeing myself from my own cuffs. As of May, I will be completely free of my trouble since 2015. I can't wait. I've learned to love myself, but I'm freeing myself from self-doubt, freeing my inner artist and realizing that I am talented, and to let that take control and always compliment myself, because that is the most important one that I can receive. And there it is.
There it is.
That's what I wrote.
There it is. That's awesome. Always compliment yourself.
That's an example of a mantra.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Back to what we were saying. Releasing self-doubt. Now, in an exercise like this, where I would write something like that, and I want to release those cuffs, I would take a string and tie it like a loop. So it almost looks like the breast cancer ribbon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have that loop and you're holding it at the loop, and you cut it above the knot so the loop frees and it's a free string. And that knot, I, put it in where I'm burning my candle. When all that wax melts, it embeds in that liquid. And then once it hardens, I pop that wax out of the mold and I bury it in the ground. And I say to release it and to let everything that goes in, and you see it, you feel it, you bury it, you let it go, and you smell those oils that were in that wax, and you remember what you said in that mantra, and you remember what you're releasing. And when you're burying it, you see it just go away. You're visualizing it. And that's something that I said, that I'm a visual person. I need to see it. I need to smell it. That's why I can't buy clothes online. I want to touch that material. I want to see the stitching. I want to know where it is and where the buttons are, and it's like a sensory thing, and you feel it. Most importantly, you feel it. And I feel like so many people go without feeling, without being self-aware of their own presence. I mean, it's crazy. It's like empty people. Just, they don't realize. And it's imperative to be self-aware of your presence.
So you miss the experiences of life by just ordering on Amazon all the time. You need to feel the stitching.
Yeah, you need to feel that stitching. Absolutely. 100%.
Okay, I got this shirt off Amazon, but next time I'm gonna
I actually felt this shirt.
I'm gonna feel the stitching next time. I'm gonna
Yeah,
feel
no,
the
I felt this one.
Lola, you told me the other day about a task that we look at as minuscule as brushing our teeth. And the way you explained it to me, it was a lot different than what I'm used to. Um, would you enlighten everybody listening about how you said that we should brush our teeth? with self-care?
Well, okay. It ties in with your self-awareness and where you are in that present time, in that moment in your life, to be self-aware of where you're standing, what you're touching, what you're doing, and how it feels when you're doing it. Okay? You're standing on the floor in your bathroom, most likely barefoot. Step one, look at your bare feet. Think about what it feels standing on that floor. And look up at the mirror. What are you about to do? The task at hand. I'm going to brush my teeth. I'm going to grab the toothbrush and grab the toothpaste. I'm going to turn the water on and get that toothbrush, ready to put some toothpaste on. Because we all wet our toothbrush before we put the toothpaste on
Yeah, we do.
it. And then we wet it again. We got to get some water on that toothpaste.
It's to everybody with dry toothpaste,
Yeah, we
dry
don't do
toothbrushes.
Who brushes their teeth dry? Nobody. And if they do, that means they got a sweater over their teeth because they ain't brushing them. They got butter teeth.
You got a yuck mouth because you don't
Yeah.
brush.
Yeah. Don't forget the floss, okay? Practice the hygiene. Anyway, when you're brushing, right, and you're flossing, and you're in there and, you're just like, choo, 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 choo. I want you to feel what it feels like when that brush touches your teeth. And I want you. I've been talking all day. I can't talk anymore. You're brushing. Please don't brush your teeth and your feet with the same brush.
Hey, it's all self-awareness.
Whatever.
All self-care. It's all self-care.
Yeah. Drink a bottle of vodka too. It's all sterile. No Rona here. I drink vodka. Anyway, I want you to feel it. Feel it. Feel each tooth being brushed. Like, be conscious of each individual tooth. Feel it, brush it, clean it, breathe it, sensualize it, and take the time to do that. I mean, I feel like we rush through daily activity like that, and it's important. I mean, it's important when you're flossing your teeth. Feel each tooth being clean. Be conscious of where it is, what you're flossing. I mean, most important, feel it. Like, think about it, feel it. In that moment, that's the only thing you're thinking about. In minuscule tasks like that. And it still takes the same amount of time. You're still taking the 3 minutes, the same 3 minutes, the same 3 minutes. It's not like you're taking an extra 15 brushing your teeth. You're still taking the same amount of time.
So it's almost like metaphorically smelling the flowers as
Yes.
you go along.
Yes.
Not rushing through the little task in life.
Yeah, because you're still taking the same time. When you rush, you end up taking longer. It's like the tortoise and the hare. He takes his time, he does it right. The hare rushes through, he goes through obstacles, it sets him back, he has to go forward, then sits back, because he's rushing through.
Trying to catch the plane. But that tortoise, he's like Greyhound, right?
Slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and steady wins the race. And, you heard it here tonight first. If you brush your teeth and your feet at the same time, you won't have any cavities on your feet when you go to the dentist. You won't have any on your teeth or your
know.
feet.
Have you seen some of these people's feet? Let me stop.
Lola,
I'm
Lola,
being tired.
you have been thoroughly thoroughly enjoyable. You've been an awesome guest. We're at the last question of the night. Everybody's saying that the last question of the night's coming up. And this last question is for Lola Montreal Macucci. And Lola, the last question is, what would you say about your journey so far?
Exciting. Highly exciting. Without a doubt, unpredictable. And one traveling with me has to be ever ready.
I like that. I like that. And when you said exciting, because you're my contemporary, when you said it's been exciting, all I could think about was Love Boat theme. I don't know why. Love, exciting and new. I don't know why I thought about that. You unlocked something in my mind. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought about that, but I just want to thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
I
We're
want to
gonna
thank you for having me. I've
listen.
had an amazing night.
Listen, I've had a ball. Thank you for playing your harmonica. You're gonna come back and you're gonna play 99 Problems with the harmonica next time. That's right. We're gonna Jay-Z down next time. But I thank you. And guys, reach out to her on Instagram. It's mantra underscore doll, and she's on Instagram, and that is Lola
Check me out.
Montreal Macucci, guys. We're so glad to have her tonight. One more time for Lola Montreal Macucci. Woo, 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 woo. Lola, thank you so much for coming out and joining us tonight, my good friend. I want to thank everybody for viewing. Lola, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, we covered all the territory. I mean, thank you
We
so much
did.
for having me. You have asked me thought-provoking questions that have also allowed me to achieve some growth tonight myself. Very inspirational, very grateful, extremely blessed, and I can't wait till next time.
Absolutely. We'll have you back. And guys, you'll be seeing us again, probably not until next week. But hey, this is the Moral Compass, and you will be coming back at your same bat time, same bat channel. I've always wanted to say that, I used to watch used to watch Batman and everything. Same bat time, same bat channel. That's when they had the cheap Batman,
We got
Woo! Hey! I stopped the music because you were jamming.